The rise of hot take dating. The modern dating landscape is undergoing a massive cultural shift. The days of polite, surface level courtship, where first dates were anchored by safe discussions about the weather, favorite movies, or weekend plans, are rapidly fading. In their place is a high stakes, hyper efficient paradigm: hot take dating. Driven by digital fatigue and a desire for radical transparency, singles are increasingly weaponizing controversial opinions, political ideologies, and deeply entrenched lifestyle choices right at the starting line. Instead of easing into heavy topics over a candlelit third dinner, people are using polarizing stances as immediate, brutal filters. Why small talk died? The efficiency engine. The pivot to hot takes isn't just about drama, it's about efficiency. With the proliferation of dating apps, single people are facing unprecedented swiping fatigue. Millions of users are tired of wasting 3 weeks exchanging dry, algorithmic banter, only to discover on the first date that their political values or fundamental worldviews are completely incompatible. By leading with a hot take, whether it's a strong stance on wealth distribution, a critique of modern corporate culture, or a strict boundary regarding lifestyle habits, daters are essentially running an automated diagnostic test on potential partners. The new dating philosophy: swipe left on the polite, swipe right on the passionate. The evolutionary shift in dating flags. To understand this phenomenon, we have to look at how the lexicon of dating has evolved. We have long understood the extremes, but hot take dating has forced the creation of an entirely new category: red flags, active danger signs, or toxic traits, e.g., dishonesty, love bombing, controlling behavior. Green flags, positive indicators of emotional maturity and compatibility, e.g., active listening, reliability, respect. Beige flags, the new threat, traits that indicate a person is boring, overly conventional, or crucially, devoid of conviction. In the current dating ecosystem, having no stance on critical societal shifts, political movements, or cultural debates is no longer viewed as a safe, neutral position. Instead, it is increasingly branded as a major beige flag. To many contemporary daters, neutrality reads as apathy, intellectual laziness, or a privileged detachment from the world. Saying, "I don't really follow politics," or "I'm down for whatever," is no longer seen as being easygoing. It's seen as being empty. Modern dating and relationship building typically follow one of two distinct paths: moving from superficial interactions to deeper connections, or flipping the script entirely. In the traditional trajectory, relationships are built progressively from the outside in. It begins with lighthearted small talk to break the ice, which naturally evolves into discovering shared hobbies and mutual interests. As the bond strengthens, partners begin to uncover each other's deeper values, ultimately leading to a comprehensive assessment of their long-term compatibility. Conversely, the hot take trajectory bypasses the slow burn by leading with provocative or polarizing opinions. By using a hot take filter right out of the gate, individuals immediately test for core value alignment to see if they are fundamentally compatible. From there, they determine if they share a viable lifestyle, leaving casual small talk as an optional afterthought rather than a prerequisite for connection. The primary filtering ecosystems. Hot takes generally fall into 3 distinct pillars, each serving as a specific litmus test for future compatibility. 1. Politics and socioeconomic systems. This is the most rigid filter. Daters are no longer hiding their political affiliations until election season. A profile might lead with an explicit take on late-stage capitalism, reproductive rights, or foreign policy. The goal is to immediately weed out anyone whose voting habits or ethical frameworks conflict with their own, saving months of eventual friction. 2. Social justice and cultural paradigms. Views on systemic equality, gender dynamics, and intersectionality are frequently front-loaded. A hot take in this arena might challenge traditional relationship structures. For example, the nuclear family model is inherently flawed, or tackle modern workplace culture. It tests whether a partner's moral compass aligns with the user's daily activism or lived experience. 3. Lifestyle and counterculture choices. These are the daily friction points. Hot takes here range from the dietary, for example, if you still eat factory-farmed meat in 2026, we won't vibe, to the psychological. For example, most self-care culture is just rebranded narcissism. These takes act as a window into how a person actually spends their time, money, and mental energy. The pros and cons of hyperfiltering. While this trend optimizes for cultural alignment, it changes the psychological dynamics of romance in profound ways. When evaluating the hot take trajectory of modern dating, the strategy presents a sharp contrast of distinct advantages and notable risks. On the positive side, this approach serves as a powerful mechanism for time optimization, drastically reducing the hours and emotional energy typically wasted on fundamentally incompatible matches. By diving straight into the deep end, it fosters accelerated intimacy, allowing couples to bypass superficial layers and connect on deeply rooted shared convictions almost immediately. Furthermore, it acts as a crucial tool for the protection of boundaries, enabling marginalized individuals to safely and efficiently filter out potential partners who might actively invalidate their existence or rights. However, front-loading a relationship with polarizing opinions comes with significant downsides. It heavily incentivizes performative authenticity, where individuals may adopt edgy or hyper-specific online personas just to seem interesting, ultimately masking their true, complex selves. This shortcut often leads to the dismissal of nuance, reducing multifaceted human beings to a single bullet point opinion, meaning a poorly framed hot take could prematurely tank a relationship that might have otherwise thrived. Ultimately, this approach risks creating an echo chamber effect, where immediately discarding anyone with a differing viewpoint traps daters in romantic bubbles that stifle personal growth and mutual understanding. The future of romance: conviction over charm. Ultimately, hot take dating proves that in a world saturated with options, conviction is the new currency of attraction. Charm, good looks, and a polite disposition are no longer enough to secure a second date. Daters want to know what you stand for, what makes you angry, and how you view the architecture of society. If standing out means risking polarization, it is a price today's singles are more than willing to pay. In the modern dating market, it is infinitely better to be fiercely debated than to be completely ignored as a beige wall of neutrality.
Thank you for listening
and watching on the new Speed Mingle TV network.